AA, less than 2 weeks. Greetings one and all, Will here, back for a Transformers review. This is a special video, slightly different than my other ones. Basically, I will be doing FansProject City Commander Ultra Magnus upgrade set. Anyway, let's get on with the review. Alright, let's get on with the bot himself. Obviously you got Classic Ultra Magnus. Obviously you need him to complete this set. You can use a Classic Prime or a Nemesis, Classic Nemesis Prime, but it doesn't look right. Then they have their own kits anyway, so fuck them. There we go, Classic Ultra Magnus, and this is the FansProject City Commander upgrade set with additional add-ons. And they include, sorry about the noise, 4 missiles. These do not fire. Quick show. They do not fire. They do rotate and they rattle. They just connect on by a simple hole inside. You can see it, and a peg. And click. Done. This one also came with a gun. Now, shame it's white. It'd be nice if it had a bit of paint deco on it, or at least some stickers to go onto it, which would have been cool. But this gun itself transforms into another gun. This is actually for Magnus to hold when he's in his upgrade commander set thingy. Obviously, he transforms both ways. This version, I'm assuming, because it's a slightly rounded handle, goes on Classic Ultra Magnus. But he's got 2 guns anyway, so why isn't the third? I don't know. Storing this gun in this mode, you can get it inside if you can wangle it around and it sits there nicely. Or you can just slide it on top there and it sits up there. Can't really see it because of the white wall, but there it is there, see. But let's just transform that back into its gun mode and put it to one side for now. As you can see, this does have what logos on it, because this is the repro labels. So you've got the Autobot logo, the red stripes, some of the detailing on the back, these bits here, these shiny bits there. And it just completes it, makes it look more Ultra Magnus-y. But then again, it looked like Ultra Magnus in the first place, but this just gives him that extra pep. Now, being retro labels, they are prone to being damaged, as you can see. See, slight bit of damage on this one, because that's part of a transformation. That bit needs to be done. So yeah, just beware, if you do get the retro labels for this guy, you might get some damage done. Also on the cab itself, he's got, if you can't see, shiny front headlights. That's the stickers he got in his cab. That's all the grip labels he got for him. Right, let's just get on with just show you how this works. Simple but effective, I think. On Magnus, there's a little little thing poking out to stick it in, and basically it just goes into that hole there, which my finger is in now. So yeah, let's put it one side for a minute. Yeah, you all know classics by now. No Classic Ultra Magnus, exact same mold as Prime and Nemesis Prime from the Universe line, or Classics, whichever way you want to put it, or Henkei. Let's just get this guy transformed, shall we? And there he is, Classic Ultra Magnus. This guy actually has the retro labels as well that came with the City Commander set. If you can see it, he's got a shiny grill piece. There you go, one shiny grill piece, which is rather nice. With his head as well, the crest and his faceplate, they have got a blue sticker on, which is very nice. And even on his knees, he has some stickers as well, which is rather nice. They did come with 2 for the shoulders, but he's already got them, so I thought, what was the point? And I did put 1 on to see what it looked like, but then because of the connection of the City Commander unit, it just gets damaged, so it had to come off. So there we go. Now for this to work, obviously you've got to get rid of these, because they're pretty useless when they're in the other mode. Guns. Right, this is all you got to do to get this guy ready to be combined with his trailer. You move this bit down, obviously, to like you're going to transform him. Spin his head round, face plant him in the back there. Let's fold that back up there, and there you go. That's basically all you need to do for classic Ultra Magnus. Now let's put him to one side, bring this out again, and here we go. This is the what all the fuss is about. Right, first thing we do is detach these off the side, because we don't need those at the moment. Take off the back bit. This will become his cod piece. Now you can start anywhere dismantling this thing. There are several ways of doing it, but I'm just going to do the way that I think is better. Unclip the sides and unclip those bits, like so. And in theory, there you go. That's one bit off done. And that becomes his legs. So what I'll do is fold these back, move that forward, fold that back, move that forward, like so. This can be tricky getting this in, because it feels like you're just forcing it and you don't really want to force it or try and, you know, because you don't want to break it, because it's a lovely bit of kit. And it's not cheap, so you don't want to break it. But there we go. That's successfully in. Now for the other one, same again. Had a bit of trouble with that one, but never mind, he's in now. And that clicks forward. And that's the legs. He has a pair of rollerblades. There you go. Very nice indeed. Starting to look like Magnus. Okay, and just basically separating parts off and clipping those, which you know what they become. There is a shoulder stack side things, and they are, and again, a lovely set of repro labels on there just to complete it. To one side, and this just pops off. See, little tabs there and some holes here. They just click together. Put that to one side for a minute. This is his arms and his chest piece. Fold that around, and then you have a hand. Which I think looks lovely. The paint on this and the plastic quality is really well done. Really well done. Even with some the detailing is great on this. This is well worth getting. Right. The chest piece or hand head, fold that down. And then just push the head out like so, and then clip that back into place. There we go, an Ultra Magnus-y head, which looks really, really nice. Now, any way you want to do this, you can put the head on first or the arms on first, but it's really up to you how you want to do it. I just put the arms on first because it makes it slightly easier. They just slide on and click, and that's it, they're in. There's little grooves on the inside that fit nicely in with this here, so all you got to do is just line them up, and around slightly, push it on, and there you go. Magnus has his big fucking arms. There you go. You must put this bit on first because it just fits on better. All it does is just clip around the side, just clip that on the side like that, push it down a bit, clip, done. Now for the crowning glory, as I call it, because it basically is what makes Magnus Magnus is his nice big stacks. I didn't show you that quite well, but there you go. So there's a little tab here, and what it does, it just clicks under the shoulder here, like so. And the last bit, well, the last one, you put it on whenever you like. I put it on now, it just doesn't fall otherwise. Is the cod piece. There we go, City Commander Ultra Magnus. Doesn't he look fucking lovely? Even with the white on the side there, it just looks like Ultra Magnus, and it is an epic representation of him, I think. Very highly successful piece of kit. If you can get it, get it. It can be a bit expensive, depends where you go, but he's worth every penny, or dollar, or euro, wherever you live. But he is worth it. Now, going to move on to the bit most people don't like. You got this bit left over from the transformation. This did fall off, but it's part of it anyway. What you do with this, fold it round like so, so you get this. This just clips on top like so. I'm trying to lose that, you're fucked otherwise. Turns into a big gun or cannon thing, whatever, which most people don't like, and I'm not. It's a bit pointless. It's a bit too big. You can't hold it very well, considering if I put it in this arm, it just flops because the joint's not too strong. So I don't really bother with that too much. I put it to one side, get out of the way. Now this is the extra bits that came with it. Obviously you remember the missile launchers, and all they do is click on the side like so, and this one again like so. There we go. Now that is a proper representation of Magnus. There's a reason why they call him Ultra Magnus. Come on, look at the guy, he looks fucking epic. Of course you have the gun, showed you earlier, which sits nicely in his hand like so, and that really makes him look good. Of course, you know, you're wondering, what about Magnus, classic Magnus's weapons? What do we do with these? Well, I'll tell you. There's ports on the back for it. If you see here, there is a hole. First, I fold that up, stick it out of the way because it looks silly otherwise. You can either have this up or down. I have it down because it looks a bit better. Just peg that into there, holds it in nicely. Same with this one. There is a hole up here, big square thing. All you do is get the gun handle, well, not handle, the magazine port, and just stick it in. And I fold this bit down like that to make it look a bit better. But there you go. And let's just add this to him as well to make him look a bit more badass. Just look at the guy. I mean, you have to get this. The repro labels really make it work as well. It makes it a lot better. And if you got the one with the upgrade kit like I did, it just tops him off. I mean, he looks fucking epic. And sitting with the rest of your classics, he looks absolutely amazing. A bit of comparison now. Here is him stood next to, you know it is, classic Optimus Prime. You see there is a lot of height difference now. It just makes Magnus Magnus, because Magnus was always a big fucker. Let's put him again with classic Bumblebee, the short ass. And so you can really start to see height difference and everything else. It just looks, he just fits in so well. So add one more to the bunch, and that's classics. There you go. There's some really iconic characters all stood together. See, Ultra Magnus still towers above all of them, even though with Jetfire's massive guns. But there you go. See? That was different, wasn't it? I reckon that was rather good. He's lovely, isn't he? Right, that's the end of this video. My next review will be coming up after this one, so stay tuned. So, I've been Will, you've been you. That was FansProjects City Commander Ultra Magnus upgrade set. Hope you enjoyed it, and I bid you all a good day.